Okay, I guess we've got this working. Everyone, welcome Arlene. I am so glad that you are here with us tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about how to become a matchmaker. Arlene is from the Matchmaking Institute. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do, Arlene?
Hi everyone, Arlene Vasquez Washburn here. I'm the CEO of the Matchmaking Institute, which is the only state licensed school in the world, and we have certified thousands of matchmakers that have gone on to become very successful matchmakers. So I'm really excited to be here to talk to you, Denise.
Yay! No, I am so excited for Miami, and I'm glad that I'm going to be coming down for iDate, but even more so to be a part of the training with you and Lisa Clampett. Can you tell everyone about the Miami training and kind of what's going on with that?
Absolutely. We've partnered with iDate Conference, and we offer a master class just before their conference, and then 2 days prior to the master class, we do training for the newbies, for the wannabe matchmakers. It's really worked out really nicely because the folks that come out for the training can also go to iDate, which is really more focused on technology. Although we do have a matchmakers track there as well, and Lisa Clampett, the founder of Matchmaking Institute, and myself will also be speaking at the iDate conference, just as you are, Denise. So this is going to be really exciting to have all the girlfriends down there having fun and educating other people on this fabulous career of matchmaking.
Absolutely. And I would say it's a sisterhood, but then I would be discarding Dan. And of course, Dan's in Miami, so we can't call it a sisterhood.
Oh, that's true.
So if
Yeah.
anyone has any questions that you want to toss out in the comments, feel free. Both Arlene and I are here to answer them. There's a lot of different things about being a matchmaker, and I'm sure there's some questions that people will have. But really, I've been doing it for 20 years, and I can't imagine doing anything else. It's just such a super cool career path. And I kind of got started with it based on my background in social work and human behavior. And I think anyone who has the traits that are kind of geared towards being a people person would be great in this field. What else can you add to that, Arlene?
Absolutely, and I have to say, there are so many professionals out there that are literally leaving their industry to go into matchmaking because it's extremely rewarding and very lucrative. And in my case, I have a background in sales and marketing, and that also lends itself very much so into this business because obviously, as a matchmaker, most of the matchmakers, the newer ones, do start their own business, and sales and marketing is a key component to being successful in any business. But it's really interesting over the years how I've seen so many amazing professionals completely leave, their law firms, social workers, therapists, just so many different backgrounds, recruiters in the corporate world, salespeople, and they're just coming in droves because I think even though matchmaking has been around for a very long time, going back very long, I don't even know, back to the Yentas and, all these, different cultures that always had matchmaking and arranged marriages. But I think now it's become more and more mainstream because this proliferation of online platforms, people are just exhausted. They're tired of, what I say, swiping and sifting. They really just want to turn it over to somebody else, outsource their love, and let somebody else do all the vetting for them.
Well,
So,
it's so true. It is. And, people sometimes think, oh, well, why would I want to work with a matchmaker? And sometimes it's that logical brain you have to use, which is, if you have a problem with accounting, you hire an accountant. If you have a legal issue, you hire an attorney. So if you're
about a
having,
house, you want to buy a house, get a realtor. You want to find love, go get a matchmaker. Same thing.
sometimes it's just a lot easier to cut through all of the BS that's out there and really have someone else do the legwork for you. So it's narrowing it down. And that's what we do as matchmakers. We do the research, we do the legwork, we do the background checks. And it's really just, to me, it's fun. It's not a job. It's just super fun. Hey, Frank.
Absolutely.
Hey, Lisa Sue. And Marla's joining us too. I see you guys in comments.
Oh my gosh, I love Marla.
I
Yeah.
know.
Sue, I recently got acquainted with her on Facebook. It's amazing with social media that, you meet people on social media and then you meet them in person. You're like, I know you. But yeah, no, it's really an amazing field. And quite frankly, I think that, more and more each day, people are starting new businesses in matchmaking and employing a lot of people. There are a lot of firms out there that start out with one or two people, and before you know it, they have 10 employees, and it's just a great business, and it's extremely helpful for so many people that are busy. And sometimes I get comments from, perhaps a really handsome, successful guy might say, why would I need a matchmaker? I'm a handsome, successful guy. And, my response is you especially need a matchmaker so that we can weed out anyone who is not appropriate for you so that you can meet the right person if you're serious about, actually finding love and getting married or whatever it is. So I think that it doesn't matter what kind of person you are. If you are serious about finding love and you don't have a lot of time, or perhaps you're going about it the wrong way or hanging out in the wrong places or not great at choosing, a matchmaker is definitely the way to go. And so it's really, really a great career.
So we got a couple of matchmakers actually who are viewing. Of course, I mentioned Marla and Lisa Sue. There are so many benefits to having a career in matchmaking. Do you want to talk a little bit about that, Arlene?
Absolutely. I mean, look at Marla. She's a great example. She's, written so many books. She's been on a lot of TV programs, and she's been around the business for a very long time. I think Lisa Sue has a radio show or some kind of a show, but a lot of these matchmakers go on to be celebrity matchmakers, and with this day and age with social media, and we have the ability to have a show and have a following. You don't really need the major networks to do that. And it's interesting, when I was in the pharmaceutical industry, which is where I spent most of my career, and I used to tell people, oh, I'm in the pharmaceutical industry, and everyone's, oh, okay. And when I tell people that I'm a matchmaker, they're like, oh my God, you're a matchmaker? That is so cool. Like, tell me more. I know somebody, or I'm single, I got to meet someone. So it's just really fun and exciting to be a matchmaker.
It really is. And it's not too often that I go out and people don't approach me, whether they know me from social media or my web show or whatever. And they're like, well, tell me about this matchmaking. And it's just, you always get that bright smile and so much interest, and people just flock to you. It's just super fun.
When I first became a matchmaker, leaving a very serious industry, the pharmaceutical industry, highly regulated, I was a bit of a closet matchmaker, and I was very shy about telling people that I was a matchmaker. And I like to say that I'm now a flaming matchmaker, although I'm not an active flaming matchmaker, because as the CEO of the Matchmaking Institute, I'm not as involved in the matchmaking myself. I'm more into helping other matchmakers, start their business and be successful, and help, a lot of the matchmakers who have been around for a long time. The Matchmaking Institute does provide a lot of resources. So when people go through our training, they don't just get trained, they actually become part of a community where they have resources. We have a private forum, which is the largest, probably, Love Connectors forum, for matchmakers, recruiters, and date coaches. We also offer technology for them to be able to run their business. We do dispute resolution, so that if one of their clients or matchmakers have an issue, they could always come to us as a third party, and we're able to help resolve any issues with a win-win. So there's just a lot that we offer. We offer support for a year. Once people join and go through the training, they can join our calls once a week to get support, so that our goal is really for people to be successful in this field. We don't want people taking our training and then going on to not do anything with it. So we're very invested in that. It's really exciting.
Dan is so funny. He says he's too busy formulating an evil plot to take over the world. And there's a story behind that we're not going to share tonight, but maybe I'll get Dan on live one night.
Yeah, Dan,
I gotta say, and Lisa have done a fabulous job putting together the entire certification program. And, it's such a unique situation because it's really the best thing in the industry for people who are new to it, because it gives you that hands-on training. And, I do a lot of business consulting with some of the matchmakers one-on-one, but yours is so much more. It's got the certification, you've got the scripted classes and things that people just follow step by step. So it's really a cool program, and I highly recommend it to anyone who's considering matchmaking.
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing that we've done, and this is definitely before my time, because the Matchmaking Institute has been a state licensed school for almost 14 years. What we did and what Lisa did really is to introduce collaboration into our industry so that matchmakers are united and collaborative and really help each other out. It's no longer, where people have their business and they're very proprietary. They understand that there's a lot more value in collaborating in order to help the clients and more effectively. So I think that that's a huge thing that we brought into the industry, because I think when Lisa first founded the Institute, her own mother said to her, why are you training the competition? So I think it's pretty amazing, and I think everybody thought Lisa was crazy, but actually she was a visionary. So I'm really, really excited to be a part of this and carry on the torch about, matchmakers collaborating with one another.
Well, and it's so important, and I'm so glad that that wall has been broken down, and I really do think that Lisa had a lot to do with it, because I can, speak from my own personal experience back in the, mid-90s, being a matchmaker in this industry. It was like, you don't talk to any other matchmakers, and now it's like I can pick up the phone and call one of, 100 people and just have a conversation about a client, or find somebody a match in another state. And there's so many different ways that we can collaborate together. And it's that togetherness that makes this industry so beautiful.
Yeah, and it's a great industry, and it's something that, as much as we are in business, and obviously we need to get paid and all that, but most of the people that go into this business really have a genuine desire to help people find love. And, that's the beauty of it, right? So you're able to help people in this very important part of their lives, because it doesn't matter how wealthy you are, how successful you are. If you're missing love in your life, it could be very painful and isolating. And so for us to be able to help people with that is really an amazing thing. I mean, gosh, the way we celebrate when our clients get married and they have babies and everything else. So it's a really humble industry to be in. And also one of the things that the Institute is really focused on is making sure that the rest of the businesses in the world, acknowledge us as a legitimate industry and career, because, as I said, we have a lot of very intelligent professionals who are very caring people who really want to genuinely help. And, you got to take us serious, because this is a very important part of anybody's life.
It is. And I do want to say, as much as I love it and as fun as it is, I don't want people to get the wrong idea. It is work. It is a career. It is work. And if you have a good work ethic and you are a people person and you can stay pretty organized, then it could be something for you. So definitely consider it.
Absolutely. So I hope that we get a lot of people to come out to the Miami training, because it's really cold. If you're up north like me, it's been freezing out here. So I can't wait to go to Florida. And the course is actually in January the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. 24th, the master class, right? Did I get that right? And then after that, then starts iDate, which also is a great program. So I highly recommend that people come out and hang out with us and have some pina coladas or mojitos or whatever.
Sand and a little drink with umbrellas in it.
Yeah, and start a whole new career while you're at it.
Absolutely. Well, if you guys are interested and you want to learn more about the Matchmaking Institute and the Miami training, you can actually go to my website, www.missmatchmakerlive.com, And I put a special link at the very top of the site today, and I'll leave it up there for a couple of days so that anyone who's interested just go straight there, missmatchmakerlive.com, click on that link, and you should be able to see all of the information you need to join us in Miami. And I'm looking forward to seeing a bunch of my favorite matchmakers and hopefully some new faces.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you so much for inviting me to your Facebook Live, Denise, and I can't wait to see you.
And thank you for being my guinea pig on Be Live. I love it. Facebook Live. I've been waiting for this two-person interview Facebook Live for the longest time. So Lisa Sue wants to know, after matchmaker party at Dan's, I love it. Dan, are you offering that, or is Lisa? And hey, Frank, how are you doing? Good to see you joining us.
We actually do have a networking event after the masterclass, so that'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, yes, and I'm sure there's going to be a couple of after-hour parties.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
At Dan's.
At Dan's. Dan, we're putting you on the spot, and you can't even say no now. All right, well, thank you for joining us, Arlene. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to send me a message, toss a comment up on this replay. Pick up the phone, give me a call, go to my website, shoot me an email, whatever you need to do. There's a million ways to reach out. And hopefully we'll get a lot of new people interested in our path of matchmaking and making love happen.
Sounds wonderful. And check out the MatchmakingInstitute.com website if you have any questions about our general programs.
Yay. Thanks, you guys. Have a good night, Arlene.
Good night.